Hey guys, welcome to my channel. I'm Shay, your local numerologist. Like, comment, subscribe, and share. Today we are reading for our Life Path 8s for the year 2023. So, Life Path 8 is a leader, goal-oriented, ambitious, right? And then we have manifestor, and you guys have issues balancing love in your life. And so, it's a vibe that love has to be something that you intentionally focus on, right? You have to make it so that love is kind of like a primary part of your existence. You're always going to be a manifester. You're always going to be ambitious and everything else on this card. But what's the saying? What is it? Benefit a man to gain the world but lose his soul? Like, if you have everything in the world and nobody to share it with, trust, it won't be as great, right? Um, Also feel that it can be a lonely journey to the top if you forget to add in love. Okay, so that is also very important. When I was shuffling this deck, I actually saw love. Oh, and that's what I was gonna say. All right, so this year, 2022, is actually a year about love. How we love other people, how we recognize that as an extension of ourselves, and things along those lines. So, this next year coming up, you are really going to have to take an inner look at what love means to you. If you're lacking it, you're gonna have to kind of figure out why. Like, why are you having issues with love? A lot of you guys are going to find that it does stem from childhood. Um, and sometimes it's not that people don't love us. Sometimes they don't know how to love us the way that we need to be loved, right? Because we all have a specific love language. And a lot of times people just want us to fit into a box. So you have to find someone who speaks your love language, right? So, what's the overarching theme for our Life Path 8s for 2023? What's the overarching theme for our Life Path 8s in 2023? Yeah. You see that, right? Happiness. I am aware that being happy means that I am on the right path. So, Spirit literally wants you to search for your happiness. It's coming up green, as in heart chakra. Relationships. I am attracted to those people who serve a higher good. Exactly. Um, and this is something that you have to focus on. It's not enough to collect stuff, to collect money, to collect cars and toys and houses. You could collect that shit all day. It's not going to be happy. It's not going to make you happy. What really matters in this world, and I'll say this with fucking confidence, are the relationships you have with people on this earth. Because the energy that you leave on this earth perpetuates. And if it's a negative energy, that is going to be some shit that bites you in the ass. You are going to have to pay for that negative karma. Okay? I don't know. Just had to tell you. So, as far as serving a higher good, this is um, a life path 8. You guys have an urge, like I said, to collect stuff, to be very foundational in a very physical way. All right, so let's pull a card, one more. And it's that. So we got wishing well coming out in reverse. And I'm gonna read wishing well. Let me find the book. Um, Enchanted Map. So This is not the time to force anything to happen in your life, especially whatever seems to be eluding you. You can't demand that the universe provide you with what you want. Unmet desires can burst into a destructive fire of obsession. Step back, breathe, and take your attention away from what you want. Ask instead for what you need. Only the unseen knows how to align desire, inspiration, and its manifest form. It's the coin As the coin disappears into the mystery of the dark pool at the bottom of the well, have faith. Don't engage in wishful thinking. You must co-create with spirit, not demand it to get what you want. All right. So this is okay, so spirit is asking you literally for a direct connection, right? So a couple things. We have 48 here. 48 comes to 12, which is 3. I love the number 12. It is a great number, right? It is like spirit having your back. But what you want to make sure you're doing is communicating the correct thing, right? As it said, you need to communicate that what you need, not your wants. Because as a life path 8, you guys are already fine with manifesting, right? You manifest the foundations in life you want. Like if you focus on it, you can get it. And so, what may have been the issue why you haven't achieved some things is because it's not what you need and it will work against your self interest. Okay, which I see a lot. So, let's go ahead and get into it. What are the main challenges my life path 8 are going to face over this next year, 2023? What are the challenges of life path 8s? Got 4 cards that came out. All right, so we have the 6 of Cups, we have the Star, the King of Swords, and the Ten of Wands. Um, I mean, this is quite the collection, right? What I'm seeing right now is 1, authority as a burden, right? And then I get memories as hope. Memories of hope. Memories of hope, authority as a burden. Memories of hope. You guys are, I should say, are going to have a hard time releasing some of the goals and desires that you have been working toward. I also think that dropping those things are going to leave you vulnerable, right? I feel like you guys are trying to live up to some past expectation. It's like saying, it's like when you set a goal when you're a kid, like, I'm going to do this, and you're like, okay, well, I have to do it. I said it when I was 12. That's the energy that I get. But then we have authority as a burden. See, you have shit that you have to do, right? Like duties, like just flat out duties that you have to complete. And it looks like you are having a difficult time um, not completing. Well, I should say that you want to remove yourself from the situation, or in this case, you're going to have to remove yourself from some kind of situation that is overbearing to you. Um, so, letting go of past dreams and desires, and then removing yourself from the situation. So, this is kind of like being like, oh, yeah, I want to be a movie star, right? And you end up on the TV set as, I don't know, with some low level job on the TV set. I don't know. What do they call it? The best boy. I only know that because I watch BoJack. So let's say you want to be a movie star and you end up as like the set designer or the best boy. You in charge of lighting or some shit. And you've been doing this for years and you're like, man, I really want to be on the set of this movie. So let's just say this. One, you're not going to be on the set of that movie. Why? Because they already have the actors and shit for it. Two, you're not going to be on the set of that movie. Why? Because you already have a job doing something else. And three, that's not saying that you can't be a movie star, right? It's saying that this is not the direction that you need to go in order to achieve your movie stardom, right? But you might be like, oh, I don't know, I'm thinking about BoJack again. The episode, if y'all ain't never seen BoJack, I don't know what to tell you because I'm about to use a BoJack reference and I'm gonna apologize in advance. But the episode of BoJack where Rabinowitz had her in the closet and he offered her her own company, and she's like, well, I can't quit. Who's gonna water the plants, right? And it's like something that's so insignificant, yet something that she has been taking so seriously for all these years, at the point where she feels like she's in charge of this. When the truth is, your job, any job, they can replace you. They'll be fine, right? Because if you did something to piss them off, they would get rid of you and they would be fine. Just as simple as that. So I want you guys to keep that in mind when you move, that you need to put yourself first, and that, yes, having all these duties and responsibilities can feel like a burden sometimes. They honestly can. But you do have to get to the point where if the journey is not worth the goal, then you shouldn't be doing it, right? So if the burdens aren't worth what you're getting in exchange for it, then you have to let it go. You have to walk away from it, right? And what I'm getting is, again, living up to some old expectations, not letting love in. The King of Swords is divorce. The King of Swords, he is an authority figure. He doesn't really represent love in any type of way. Nothing here. Well, I guess the Six of Cups do. But this is from a while ago. You know what I'm saying? Like, so it feels like you guys have memories of love, but I don't feel any like real examples right now. Spirit is telling me to pick two runes, so I'm gonna pick these two. All right, what we got? We got Ingwas and we got Wunjo. Okay, so okay, so what I'm getting is this is supposed to clarify the Six of Cups energy. So what I'm getting right now with these two is that you guys experienced a lot of love and affection in your childhood. Now, this may not have necessarily been from family, but I do get a mother figure here. And this is because some of you guys like, no, my child was shitty, but no, there's somebody here that gave you the love that you needed. Even if it was only one person, they were here. And you have been looking for that love your whole entire life. I am so sorry. I am so sorry. That really breaks my fucking heart. It breaks my heart. It really does. It really does. There was somebody that gave you so much love and so much joy, and you just really haven't been able to find that. And I've kind of like, I'm getting mother energy, but it could have been a grandparent because I'm seeing them as an ancestor here. And it's like they're always over your shoulder. They're trying to give you hope. They're trying to give you love, but you need the physical thing, right? And it's kind of like this idea, well, if they're in my ear, then I don't really need nobody. Or if they're gone, depending on, you know, how connected you are with the other side, if they're going and they're not here, then why even try? You know what I'm saying? I'm going to say you can try. You are a manifester. You can manifest love in your life just like you can manifest anything else, but you have to know that you deserve it. You have to know that you deserve it. You have to stop pouring your cup into something that's not going to benefit you. What are the benefits? What are the major upgrades for my life path 8 over this next year, 2023 spirit? What are the major upgrades for life path 8 over this next year? Goodness. We gonna take them. Ain't giving up foe again. Foe. Okay. So we got King of Cups. Let me make sure y'all can see. We have King of Cups, Four of Wands. We have the Strength card, and then we have the Tower. So, okay. What I feel mostly, right? King of Cups coming out first. First, full disclosure. You guys are going to get in touch with your emotional side, right? So, one thing about the King of Cups, he knows how he feels, right? Very aware of his emotions. He doesn't share it with everybody. And I think that that's a big thing that people don't understand. Like, um, there's this idea that crying is healthy, right? To shed some tears is good for you. You should cry every once in a while. Just let it all out. Let the sadness come out with energy and them tears. Now, should you do it in the middle of a grocery store? Probably not. Do you have to do it in front of your maid or somebody who you don't? You do not. But you have to make sure that you are taking care of your emotions, that you are keeping that balance. It's so important, right? We have this celebration here. For one celebration. You guys are actually going to succeed in something that's going to put you, I kind of feel like it's going to put you on the spotlight. Some of you may or may not want that. I would say go ahead and do the things that you have to do. Okay? All right. Spirit says that you are strong enough to move on from this energy of having on, you see all this armor? You don't need that. You guys have to learn how to be vulnerable and understand also that there is strength in vulnerability. And then, of course, we have the number 8, right, which represents literally you. And then right next to it, we have the Tower, which is 16, which is 2 8s. Okay. So let's talk about the Tower. Because like this came up on your benefits, right? So whatever, I feel like this is kind of like, I don't know, the word radical and then the word resolution is coming to mind. And so I feel like you guys are going to find some kind of radical resolution to your issues, to your problems. Like you guys are about to make some shit shake, right? And you're going to find your partner, right? And so this isn't necessarily a romantic relationship, although it could be. But when it comes to love, y'all, we take it where we can get it, right? Because at the end of the day, everybody can't love us and we can't love everybody, right? But when you have that connection with somebody, whether it's a friend, whether it's a lover, whether it's a family member, when you have that love connection with people, just like the one you remember, because this wasn't romantic love, but you enjoyed it very much. You were very fond of it. You hold on to that. You don't let somebody that you love and they love you, you don't let them walk away. You do everything you can to kind of like reciprocate that energy of love. You know what I'm saying? Like you want to pour your all into it. Like, and I don't mean like, oh yeah, let's get lost in love. Let's not. Let's not lose ourselves. But somebody who actually loves you would never let you lose yourself in love. Right? It's like when my husband's doing too much, I'll be like, babe, sit down. If you need me to do something, just ask me to do it. You don't have to do it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I can do this, I can do that, whatever. Because when somebody that you care about sees that you are going above and beyond until the point where you are stretched thin, they're gonna do what they can to step in and be like, hey, you don't always have to be the strong person. You don't always have to wear the armor. Sometimes it's okay to say, hey, I don't got it. Like, you guys are really, really going to understand what it means to be vulnerable and have somebody who is okay with that, support that, and push you forward into your journey. This is the kind of love that multiplies, okay? So I'm just gonna pick 2 rooms for the tower real quick. Yeah, I'm gonna let y'all go. All right, what we got here? We got high glass, which is the tower. Y'all, listen, this literally is the tower. This room right here. It represents ice, hell, right? It represents hell. But it is some kind of destruction, and it is something that is going to, because this is the clear room. This is called Odin's room, right? So this is a mystery. So just know that anything can happen. Anything is possible, and you will get those. You will get the things that you want, but you have to. Because I'm gonna be honest, this tower, this is your armor. This is that wall you put up. It's about to get knocked the fuck down. Somebody is gonna make you feel vulnerable to the point where all you're gonna be able to do is be like, okay, well, this is really who I am, and this is really how I love, and are you okay with that? And you better do it, because this is what leads to your destiny. This is what leads to your happiness. Happiness is always the goal. Happiness is always the goal. Okay, that's all I have for my life path 8s. Leave your experiences below in the comments. Like, subscribe, and share. And I'll see you guys next time.